You ever notice how some politicians who scream about big government tyranny get really quiet when it's their boots doing the stomping? Case in point, Texas, land of the free, home of the mandatory school cell phone ban. Yep, in a move so ironically authoritarian it would make DC blush, the Texas Education Agency handed down a statewide edict. Kids can't use their cell phones in school because nothing says limited government like micromanaging middle schoolers from the commissioner's office in Austin. And don't get me wrong, phones can be annoying. Kids get distracted, send dumb Snapchats, maybe even look at memes during math. But here's the libertarian rub. That's a parenting problem, not a government problem. And certainly not something that requires top-down enforcement from a central authority that can't even balance a budget. Look, this isn't about education. It's moral paternalism dressed up as discipline. The state has decided that it knows what's best for every student in every district across this very large and very diverse state, all in the name of good behavior. But what it's really teaching is obedience, not responsibility, not critical thinking, just compliance. And from a libertarian standpoint, that's not schooling, that's programming. Now you'll hear defenders say, but this isn't federal overreach, it's Texas. We believe in local control. Local control. Unless the state wants to play parent, then suddenly your school board becomes a franchise of the Department of Don't You Dare Think for Yourself. Here's the deal. Decentralization only matters if it protects individual liberty. When state governments decide morality, whether from Congress or from the Capitol in Austin, it's still tyranny, just with boots, a bolo tie, and a folksy accent. The role of government at any level is to protect rights, not engineer virtue. If you want your kids off their phone, that's your job as a parent, not the state's, not TEA's, and sure as hell not Mike Morath's. So if you're sick of both parties treating citizens like children, if you're tired of watching the left micromanage your wallet and the right micromanage your values, it might be time for a political alternative that actually trusts people to run their own lives. Because freedom doesn't mean trusting the right people with power. It means not trusting anyone with it. And if we're going to teach the next generation anything, it should be this. You don't learn responsibility by having it stripped away. You learn it by being trusted. As the guy in the movie said, if we don't trust our children, how will they become trustworthy?